to take you through some tutorial section. And we were discussing the UTAT model and then the MOA model in regards to two type of studies. One has to do with the mobile banking used by SMEs. The other one was talking about a similar thing, but from a quantitative perspective. So we are going to look at how we can turn them these into research questionnaires and interview guide. If you are doing qualitative, you do interview guide. If you are doing quantitative, you do questionnaire. And we're going to see how best we can turn it into it. So just give me a second and I'll take you through the process. Hello?
It's not available.
So, Mano, you're welcome.
Thank you, Prof.
Going for more weight.
Class, whilst we wait for Prof, if you have any question, I think we can have a brief discussion before. So if you have any question that you want addressed, please feel free to ask. Any question?
Yeah, okay, no worry. I think they don't have questions. They're all tight because of the first day. Today is the first day of their class. Okay, so let's look at it. Developing questionnaires for quantitative studies and qualitative. Let's start with the cheaper one, the easier one, qualitative. So the first thing that I think Dr. Manu can step in at any time that you need to do is remember that we had a research question. Our research question was focused on MOA theory for the qualitative, and the quantitative was using UT. So I'm going to learn how to do it for both. For the interview guide, in qualitative, we use interview guides. And for the interview guide, you need to be able to start by understanding what you are doing. Your interview guide provides a flexible framework for in-depth exploration of participant perspective, but it's not like questionnaires, which looks at why and how phenomena occur rather than quantifying the extent. So in your interview guide, your questions are going to be how and why more. Whilst in a questionnaire, it is going to be what type of questionnaire. So what happens is that in that one, you are trying to measure objectively. So you ask questions that people will just choose possible answers from, or they will choose measures of ranking in terms of to what extent do you agree to this, do you agree to that. But that's not what you do in interview guide. So only qualitative students to go in interview guide. So what is your purpose of your study? Identify the key sensitizing concepts or theoretical guides concerning your work. For example, here we are doing MOA. So we say using the MOA as a lens, explore SMEs honest experiences with mobile banking. That's what we want to do. So we'll start by reviewing the literature. That's what you have done in your chapter 2. Examine how prior researchers frame similar questions. So how did they use MOA, or how did they even study mobile banking in the past, especially from the SME perspectives? And some of the studies may include digital inclusion, SME adoption, financial behavior, or people in the peri-urban relations, issues that has to do with mobile banking, papers on mobile banking. It's advisable you read on those ones. I think let me put up the sound. Then develop thematic areas for your guide and your guiding questions. So you structure your questions around, maybe we have M, motivation, B, O, opportunity, and A, ability. So what encourages you to use mobile banking in daily operations? The M, how available and accessible are mobile banking services in your area? Looking at the issues concerning policy of deploying the mobile banking service and the infrastructure available. Can you describe your confidence in using digital devices in financial service ability type of questions? And then you can follow it up with probes. Probes can be the person to clarify and then give you more information. Because when you start the questions, sometimes if you ask them yes and no in interviews, it will finish very fast and you won't get any detail. But in qualitative research, you want richness of the phenomenon, the person's experiences. Then you may also have to have an introduction and then the questions that open up, break the icing. Then you move to your more core thematic questions. But in qualitative research, you may do an open interview. So it means that you open questions. You can start with question 1 and go to question 2, and then go to question 6 and come back to question 3. Because sometimes the way the questions are being asked, the person is even telling you things on question 5 whilst he's answering question 2. So you have to be very smart and know how to flow in between the two. Good. Then anytime you are doing that, you have to also keep in mind, what are you doing? What are you referring to in terms of your previous literature helps you to get conceptual alignment. If you get to know how previous people have asked questions on motivation, it can guide you. So whatever you are measuring what you're supposed to measure. And it can also help you to situate your work in the past work so you can compare the findings later. For example, when designing interviews for a study exploring the low adoption of mobile banking among urban SMEs. Pearl works in technology adoption, like Megatouch's work, can help craft questions that capture the social and operational and cognitive barriers consistent with the MOA opportunity and ability and constructs. So I will advise you to read the papers and then to give you some guide. Now let's take an example. So let's rush back to what we said we will do for this good in development interview. So we have interview guide. We have our objective here, our purposes are here, our theoretical lens is here, our we are going to analyze. We want to do theory generation exploration. We are thinking about these objectives and then these questions. Now, this is the best way. The best way is that you go and read the papers and download them and read them. But the other way, which most of you are now making conversant to, is to use Chat GTP and maybe Gemini and other chat to help you generate. And we know students are doing that. So I want to show you how to do it appropriately so that you know how to use it very well. So supposing I want to do this, I can create my prompt based on existing literature, develop a research questionnaire. Oh, sorry, this is an interview guide. So let's change to interview guide. Develop an interview guide. You see how they made interview guide for the research study below. Your study below being undertaken by a graduate student in University of Ghana Business School. So you have described your research study, your objectives, your targets, and your questions, and then you give it to. We will try it with both ChatGPT and then Gemini. So let's copy this into a new fresh document, so that we can save it as a PDF and share it with it. If you copy and paste it, it can understand, but sometimes it may mess it up. So let's paste it here nicely. And please, sorry, let me share the whole screen. I'm just sharing. I'll share the whole screen. Forgive me. Please, if you can't see something, just tell me. So I pasted it in my prompt is here. I copied the prompt and then I save the document I'm going to use. Please, I hope you understand. We are doing a tutorial now, so let's all pay attention. So I save it as a Word format. Some students like to also save it as a PDF format too. I save it as a PDF format. But before you reach here, you should have done your work, done your literature review, all those things, and then done your objectives and everything well done. We saw how we did it for the other one. So we are now here that we are going to do it. We're going to take us to the next step. So what is the next step? We are developing this. So let's start with Gemini. So we start with Gemini. I use Gemini Pro edition, Ultra, but it can also work in the free editions. I'm going to switch Flash on. Gemini Flash. If you use the Pro, it's good, but it will take time. We are just a short class. So I'm going to use the Flash. And then you have a new chat. And we are going to tell you should use canvas mode. Canvas mode. Canvas mode. Please, can you see it?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Please pay attention.
Yes.
Canvas mode. So that it will structure it nicely, like how you want it for your long essay. Structure it nicely. Then what do you want to do? I put my prompt. I want to paste the prompt itself, not attach it. The prompt alone. The prompt is based on existing literature developed, but we have to tell it that take a role. So let's go. Act as a researcher in information systems, pursuing a degree in MBA, MIS. Okay. The school is written down there, so there's no problem. Okay. Okay, good. So I'll give it a role, I'll give it a command that you should based on existing literature. If you're smart, you can download the existing literature on these areas and add it to it. But we don't have that time. So we tell you that it should search, it will search by searching by internet search. So it will search by itself. But I would have uploaded maybe 2 papers or 3 papers of mobile banking in Ghana or something like that to it. So I'm going to attach the study. Remember, I saved it as a file, and I told you that some students will save it interview guide. So I'll put the PDF version there, attach it, I wait for it to upload, it's uploaded, and then I click on, so to do some analysis of what I've attached. It will then go to it has gone online now, it is now searching the web, and now it has structured my questionnaire for me. Okay, so it has done the consent form for me first, and tell me that how much time it may take for my own. Just give me notes. Then context. Okay. Contextual warm-up, and that's giving my benefits questions. And it's giving me, I guess, so this is a master questionnaire. I can tell you to simplify it to suit just for to give a copy to the reviewer. But this one is a master one to guide me because it has given me all the proofs. What do you do at each question you're answering? This is a very high level one. Very high level one. Yeah. But it didn't add questions on person's demographics. So add, Nick, can you mute John Gunn? Add a section on, so you have to know what you're add a section on the demographics of the interviewee. So I could have specified the demographics like age, marital status, how long he has worked in the SME and stuff, but I didn't do that. Oh, you didn't do it. Okay, it has asked it here. Okay, good. Conclusion, cash out. I don't like the tables. So I can tell you that I don't like the tables that it's using because it's making the thing a little bit cumbersome. Can you, okay, but first of all, let me export this one first. Export to docs. So to export it as a document for you into Google, if you have link it to your Google account, it will save it into your Google account directly. So that's how it is. Okay, so it has done it for me. Okay. Okay. Do not use tables in presenting. I want to make it easy for me to look through. The tables is making it a little bit cumbersome. Good. Now it has made it more structured and easier for me to see. Good. I like this approach. So always note that the thing cannot do everything for you. You have to tell it what you should do. And you have to know what you are doing. Okay. Please, can you see my screen?
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
So export to this is a better approach. So we are going to look at this one. Good. Now I have my questionnaire here. Let me zoom in a little bit. Okay, this is I can save it. This is Google Docs, so I can save it into my Word document, and then I can format it appropriately. Interview guide for MOA and banking. So I've saved it. Let me open it on my computer rather. Interview guide for MOA and banking. Good. So I have it here. I can arrange it nicely to suit what I want to do. All this is not important. Dr. Banner will in future show you how to format it the UG way, because you have to bring the UG logo and other things into it. Okay, so that one when we get to interview guide preparation, but I'm just using how to convert it. Yeah, so let's see. For this year, I would like to do this like this. So interview trans. Good morning, good afternoon. Thank you for taking time to speak with us. My name is so, and I'm a graduate student of the. My research is focused on this. And you see, it's giving all these ones are for you to know what you are doing. So if you are going to give it to the person, you have to delete the notes for yourself and give this a master document for yourself. Yeah. But sometimes you have to tell the thing to put the cues in it. What's the name? The AI to put the cues in. If it doesn't put the cues in it, you would not get the cues. So I asked it. I've been using it to teach students. So I've been telling to add the cues whenever it's just doing it for students. Okay, good. So at least you also should know how much each time will take. This is about 5 minutes, and I go to the next session. The demographics. Could you tell us your gender and age? This is not quantitative, it's qualitative. So I record the gender as me, I record the age groups. We use age groups, groupings, I mentioned earlier. What's the highest form of education? You have to know which of them. And this will affect your ability question. So it's important. Primary, SHS, or tertiary. So I can add vocational. But some people add, I think if I'm right, they see higher education, vocational, TVET, poly, and all of that as tertiary, if I'm right. Anything after second. Yeah.
Yes, Prof.
But if you want to differentiate, it's up to you. SME context and current banking. How many years have we been? So you have to know the person's knowledge in the area. Have been running this business and what is the official sector? Because sometimes you may think what the sector is your business in. So somebody in the service sector, somebody in the retail sector. So if you are talking to somebody in tree, then you have to do your own calculations and know how to put it in. Excluding yourself, how many full-time, part-time staff do you have? Because he's using SME for banking. If I get one staff, why would I even do banking? But if I've got a larger staff, I may likely end up using banking to do the mobile banking to do the payments. Do you currently hold any formal bank account? It's true. That can justify that. And this one is for the firm. It's not for the individual. I could have also asked the same question at the individual level because I would like to know whether the managers who have their own bank account and are using mobile bank are also doing the same thing in their company. So it doesn't mean that what this guy has done is right. I can test the add variable. So I can have this one here to check whether your personal choices influences your company choices. You can do it here. Current financial practices. What I do, the motivation part. Now I'm getting to my variables, part 3, motivation. And then my opportunity questions are here. And it's all of that has given me direction how to do. And then my ability questions are here. Very, very well spaced out. We can't go through all of them because of the short time we are doing right now. And then the conclusion. Good. Just to summarize, your current financial methods are cash and Momo. What's the biggest concerns our M-banking? Then what's your primary barrier? Is it a network or the skill? Whether you need more training in that area. Okay, so that's it. So these questions are there. If you go into detail, you see how best they are well spread out to cover. But look, the ability, the person is checking a self-assessed skill, you, the manager yourself, and your previous exposure, the training gaps, and the staff involvement. Now, go back and compare this one to our framework. Sorry. Framework is here. Sorry, let me read this. Okay, good. Look at it. Benefits and risks, infrastructure and policy, literacy and training programs, all going to mobile. So most of our questions should center on these things. We can even introduce new questions, but we should actually cover these things. So ability, we have done the literacy and this. Infrastructure, I don't know whether I covered policy. Let's check it. Opportunity, external factors in structure. Okay, so it's there. Okay, it's there. Infrastructure quality, access to support, regulatory policy, everything is there. So if you don't do this thing, that if you don't know what you are doing, the thing will just give you generic answers and to not help you in your doing your work. Okay, please, do you have any advice on qualitative use of the tool to get you develop your question? Any advice you may have? And look at gentlemen here. For each of them, it has even linked it to some of the variables you should look into. It has even started telling you this question will be for perceived usefulness. This question will be about cyber fraud. This question is about economic motivation. This one is about normative Motivation. So that's started giving you what we call keywords for your analysis, for your motivation. And here too, it is doing the same to opportunity. It is giving you some. This is about infrastructure quality, access to support, regulatory and policy constraints, and device barriers. Okay. Please, any questions so far on the qualitative one? Need you have anything to add? Zelda, if anything to add? Or need anything from your own experience? That'll be helpful.
Prof, so sometimes we go into the research with some preconceived ideas that this is what I think would happen. And sometimes we find a few things in literature that are not too strong enough, but we feel when we take them to the field, it will yield results. And so sometimes we have miscellaneous questions that we had, but since we are not yet there, I think we'll hold on that for now.
Okay, so you can have miscellaneous questions. That's what me is saying. And because we're also straight, but you know, one thing this thing didn't tell us that where did he get his questions from? So I can ask you that, can you add the references from literature, but from literature and reports, which underpins these questions? Because sometimes your supervisor can ask you that, where are you deriving the questions from? So to look at it, compare where it's going to pick it from as ideas. As like some of them may not have, some of them may have, and it will add it to it for you. Sometimes I didn't even add more. I could have told it to categorize it for me. Good. Now you see where they are coming from. Now you see it's a change though. Look at what's happening here. For each of them, it's telling you where it's coming from. Baseline for ability, I said Crab et al. Me, I think you know Crab et al. I believe you know Crab et al. And then World Bank report 2017. Okay. Then Davis report. Davis is the one who did TAM. Crab et al. Is here again. Vengatash is coming here. See, it is doing all. If you do this, your supervisor will know that at least your references and your questions are based on some existing literature. Good. And then to generate it for you, you can please check all the references, tell you that it is true, the reference exists. I told you to use Gemini because Gemini is better in managing and linking references to work than ChatGTP. So those of you, but check whether they exist. For example, we can go and check this one, the Little Book Data Book on Financial Inclusion. But if it doesn't exist, you have to go and find it because sometimes I can make mistakes, and it tells you. So I put it here, World Bank. It's there, 2022. I think there are different versions. Volume, there's 2020, there's a 2025 version. So he was citing, the report was citing a 2017 version. That's very old. But there's a 2022 version too. Let me see whether there's truly a 2017 version. There's a 2018 version, then there will be a 2017 version. So you may want to quote the most recent one. The third edition was based on study compiled in 2017. So there's a 2017 is true, it exists. So you see what you test it and check whether it exists. Class, did you hear me? Am I here alone?
Yes,
Yes, please, we can hear you.
Is it what I'm teaching? Is it relevant?
yes,
Very
Yes,
relevant.
sir. Yes, please.
Very relevant.
Okay.
really helping.
Okay, good. So check all of them. If you check all of them, and then now you can say that your references, this are not based on something from your head. It's based on literature. Then nobody can say that your questionnaire is not good. So last year in the seminar class, we take you through checking each questionnaire that is good or not. This reference, I hope it's the right reference. Order, or these are the original framers. Manon. Okay.
From the original ones are Jaworski and Martinez.
Why I didn't mention all that spoon? So let's check. Okay, you wrote a paper on it. Okay. So this paper exists. Oh, I've not seen this one before. Let me check. Actually, it exists too. That's it too. consumer behavior in assessing environmental impact. Is there? Okay. Mod, please, you can go ahead whilst we study. So I've exported the, sorry. I've exported
Please,
Mod,
when you are done,
continue, Mod. I let me hear you.
please, when you are done with the references from your text, like from your AI tool, and you are incorporating it into Word, but then in Word, you also personally put in some references in the Word referencing information.
Yeah.
So sometimes you see you're supposed to put it in alphabetical order at the reference list area.
Yes.
How do you incorporate this with the Word? Because when you are trying to bring
Okay,
up,
so let me say something. When you do the Word one automated, it will generate what we call works cited. When it gives you works cited, let me just use the Research Made Easy book to show you an example. I like what you are saying. It's a very good question. It's a very well, that's a practical question actually. So I was working on the new edition. I want to use that one because that one is using what you are saying. All the other ones I have, it doesn't use what you are saying. Okay, more. Good. Good. So let's use this one. Okay. So this is a Rachel made this edition 414, but edition 4, but a duplicate version. We were working on it yesterday. Okay. To generate it. So look at this one. When I go to at the end of the Recent Made Easy book, it has got the list of cited reference. Look at this. So this is what you're talking about. Work cited. Okay. Oh, I've really removed the distance. So technically, what would have happened is that you would have seen this work cited in a document is to be in something that you cannot edit. Usually, when you select and right click, you can say that convert to text, static text, and to remove the boundary out of it. When you remove the boundary, then you can come and paste the references from the other one, like from this one. Okay, this one doesn't have the reference. The references from any document, come and paste it underneath this one, and then use a formatting tool to format it together. That's how it works. So, for example, let me just use the one we just did right now. You have this one. Good. You see this one that you have here? It has got it like this. So I would have copied this one, added it to another list, and tell it to sort by A to C and to format it nicely for me. And I can even tell it to use APA style for it to do it for me. So please, the first thing you need to do is to change the automated one to static text so they can work on it. Otherwise, you cannot change it. Do you understand me? Hello, the lady who asked the question. Do you understand me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I understand you.
Okay, then good. Hey, then you are very serious. So if you know all these things at this time, TA in the making. TA in the making. Come and be my TA when you finish. Okay, so good. I've saved it now. Now, if you compare the earlier one, now I have a document that has the references as part of it. So let me reduce this one. I'll reduce this one to sometimes the fonts are too big or necessarily big. So I have this, and now you see that the references are showing as part of the work. So you see that it's here, crab it out, and all the things I've got references. But it has also left my probe. Probes are good. It will guide you as a researcher, but don't leave when you are giving the questionnaire to the individual, don't leave the probes there. Remove the probes from it. That's all. Please, are we okay with the qualitative one? Should I share this one as the example with you guys too?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. But this topic is not anybody's topic, so if you want to steal the topic, I steal it. But if all of you steal it, then it will be very interesting. So good. But it's a very good topic. Is it not contemporary? The topic.
It is.
Uh,
It
you
is.
can even use change it a little bit depending on who you are the student. Okay. Good. So let's save. I've saved this one. Now let us go to the second one, quantitative. Then we can close for today. So we need to develop a quantitative questionnaire. Good. I'm finishing my qualitative one. So this is the work we had, our conceptual framework. Okay. Okay, so we have the quantitative is our first one. So we do quantitative first. Let's do quantitative second. I thought I had the diagram here. Okay, this is the conceptual framework for the qualitative. Okay, this is the one for the quantitative. Okay, good. That's the one. Do you remember this? We drew it. Nima drew this one for us, and we did the correction. So let's go back here. This is so we'll copy this one. We have got our prompt here. We want to develop a questionnaire. So and then we'll put it in a fresh Word document and save it as developing a questionnaire. Research question, developing or research questionnaire. Prompts. Okay, good. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to pick my prompt here. I've got my study here. Examine the influence of technology acceptance factors and digital literacy on mobile. This is a quantitative study. So it's very straightforward in the quantitative. Now, please, it's not all quantitative studies that have the word to test and quantify. You can actually just say to examine the influence of this thing. There's no need to write to test and quantify, please. It's just that I'm teaching, so I want to try and show you what I'm doing and lead you on. Okay. So let's go to our should we still use Gemini? You can try the other one, the ChatGPT yourself later. But because of time, let's just use Gemini. So we'll open a new one by doing a quantitative study. So we tell it that assume the role of a researcher in, let's see, Ghana Business School pursuing an MBA in MIS at the University of Ghana Business School. Oh, okay. Okay, are we okay now? So then we paste in our other part of the prompt. I don't want this one. I just want you to paste it perfectly. Good. So I want to develop a questionnaire for the research study below using existing literature from internet research. Okay. So I'm okay. I'll choose my canvas mode, and I'll attach the file that has my questionnaire in it. Interview. I forgot what I called it to. It's a questionnaire prompt. So this is a questionnaire, so it will do all those ones for you. Okay, I don't want to add more things. I want us to learn. So if I put it, make it perfect, it will do a perfect thing. I want us to learn. So I will leave some things out. When it generates, then we can then add on. Okay, so it has done it for me. Preamble. So to tell me what I'm going to do. Consent. It has done it already. Then it has technology acceptance factor. This one I need a table because I'm measuring ranking. And this one is coming from existing literature. Open expectancy, social influence, and all those ones. Then it has got actual use. Okay, so let me tell you, I include the source reference. Okay, include the references and from academic literature and reports support the questions. Okay. So let's do it and let's see. Well, as of now, we don't have any references to support our inside. So for some of them, the variables, it will put it in it for us. You could have also done mobile banking, and AUT questionnaire. And you may find somebody's own on the internet. That's it. So antecedent, somebody has it here. But you have to check. This may be the paper, it may not be the questionnaire itself. So I have one here. It gives me the no full text. It's a paper. So I can. I'm just whilst ChatGPT is doing. Gemini is working on that. I'm trying another one now. See if we can compare. So this one has opened. Look at this one I have here. I hope the questions will be there. So people are the acceptance of this hypothetical development are the one hypothesis. And okay, these are the things it looks at in terms of demographic, education, level working status. Okay. The first experience, it has done the measurements already. And I've done the analysis. But at the back is the questionnaire there. Good. Look at how you measure. You see what it has done. This is how you would have presented it in your long essay. So using mobile banking services, accomplish more. Using this, and then it has done it for us. So this is a good example. We could have drawn from this one to guide us. So now look at this. Let's compare it to what we found in Gemini. It's not showing. It's another problem. Sometimes you do it and the thing is blank. So when there's like that, you tell it that it format appropriately. I mean, that something is preventing it from showing well. Or you maybe have to refresh it. It has done it. If I close it, open it, maybe it will come. But I'm just using format appropriately because sometimes that one allows it to come. Well, if it doesn't come, then we have to close it and open it again. Okay, it's really open, so I'll do this. Okay. Let me open it again. Good, it has now come. But it has not formatted it well. So the questions have, oh, now it's even opening something else. Questionnaire development. Good. Good. Now I have it here. Oh, only a part of it is showing. Program, I'm happy this has happened. At least you can see AI can also give you imperfect framing. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll show. Okay, it has given me a paragraph. Incorporate it into the questionnaire. So it generated the references differently, and I'm telling you to incorporate it into the document. Good, now it has come. So it will put it at the back for me. So my skills are based on this. Where do I get my own from? So now I can then export. I have everything. What I have here is good. Good. I have it, so I'll save it as hey, I'm going to fine. Question UT. Okay, I've finished. So now let's have it. This is how somebody did this one before he measured it. Good. Okay, so you have got this one, consent and profile. Then technology acceptance factors and digital part 2. So you see it has got the questions here and you use to measure. Sorry. That's good. So you have to, so you choose what you are doing, whether you are doing you want to strongly agree on this is your like skill. You are using 1 to 5 like skill. So the questions are here, and the questions are the measures. The items are the measures, sorry. The items are the measures. So the construct is, and these are the items for measuring them. Good. Now this is how I prefer expectancy. Now compared with the one that we downloaded, antecedents. So let's look at this. Let's compare them side by side. Okay, so but remember the objectives are different. But I'm just trying to tell you that they are related. So performance expectancy. The first one, using mobile banking helps me to accomplish my things more quickly. M-banking helps me to manage my business financing more effectively. See, using mobile banking will make it easier for me to carry out my tax. Okay. We don't have any eating about easier here. Advantageous compared to the banking methods. Okay. So you can one on that. It's useful. And then it improves my productivity. All of them will performance expectancy. Then go to effort expectancy. I find mobile banking services to be easy to use. Okay. Let me just. Okay, so effort expectancy to here. Please, the formatting, you have to do it yourself. I'm just doing the formatting so I can have my questions well. So good. So you see it is here. The same thing, social influence. Quantitative will be measured by like a skill. Qualitative will be measured into an interview guide. So that will tell the story. But quantitative, you end up measuring it. Oh, sorry. Then I'm measuring differently. Okay. So voila, you are almost finish your long essay. When Dr. Bano teaches you how to write chapter 2 and 3 and 4, then you can just put everything together. So for the students here, I'll bring it here. And then I have this one too. Thank you. The same thing will be done with last the real intention to measure it. Okay. Good. Then the actual usage will come. What we don't have here is facilitating conditions. I don't think I saw it here. When I put the variables together, I didn't put it in the variables, the questionnaire. So it doesn't have it. I don't think it's here. Effort. Yeah, it's not here. Digital literacy. Okay. So I don't have it here. Intention to use. I didn't have quantitative questions here. Because I didn't put it in the table that I sent to you that you should do it for me. I put together. I didn't do one for it. So it's not surprising. So skill adaptation is what we have just done. Then you have put it there. So your questionnaire is now ready. Dr. Bano, you are the one who does quantitative sometimes. Me, I'm not a quantitative researcher. Please, have I done the right thing? Have I left anything out? And Zelda, you also do quantitative. Have I done the right thing?
Yes, Prof, you've done the right thing.
Okay. Good. Class, so finish Affinito. I've got you questionnaire for the UTA tomorrow. I've also done for the show. And remember how we generated it. But when you need to go through, please don't use AI and think AI done everything. So you won't check it. Maybe like I told you, I didn't put in something in my table, so you didn't add it. The facilitating conditions. Because I didn't add it, I can't measure it. If I added it, I would have done it. My original table that I submitted to the platform, I didn't add it. It was here in this thing, but I didn't add it here. It's not in the questions. See it. It's not in the questions. If I added to the questions, I would have measured it. So please, your objectives and the questions, they tend to matter a lot. If you don't hypothesize something in your work, it will not generate, and you just put it in your framework. It doesn't necessarily mean that you may remember to do it. Good. Today, I've been able to bring you close to understanding what we call the research framework, how to develop it into a conceptual, develop your conceptual framework from a theory. We have picked two theories, MOA and then UTA, to have walked you through how to develop. You have your objectives, your questions, and you have to develop what's the name? A research, listen out of it. A research interview guide or questionnaire out of it. So we have done a good job. Now, my take home for you is okay. That you shared the assignment to give to the regular people on the platform, all right? All right.
Yes, Prof.
Yeah, I have it here. I'll just download it. Okay. Okay, so but we have to change the date. Let them submit it next week. Okay.
Okay, Prof.
So you can edit it for me. So let me show you what we want you to do as a practice for next week. So you're going to do a manual version and an online version using the MOA framework as your guide. Formulate your own study of your choice using the research title, purpose of study, questions around that. Don't type this one. I want you to read it with your hand. Because in examination, you're going to write with your hand. Number two, I don't want you to be heavily dependent on Canva and the Gemini and all those things. If you're going to use it, even copy it so that it's stick in your mind. So write it out with your hand. And then after that, carry what you have written in your hand and then prepare a typed version of your work from part one. Add it to the following. a structured questionnaire, and then a relevant to your research topic, and an interview guide containing the each question. So you can do, want to see a questionnaire, want to see an interview guide. Good. Then bind both the written version of part 1 and then the Gemini printed version, chapter 2, and submit it to the Department of OMIS. And then email the soft copy here. Good. So next week when you come, you can submit it. I think you come on Friday. Friday when you can submit it. Yeah. The class reps can collect it and then submit it to the department, whichever one will work. Like it will be okay. I want the hard one and then I want the soft one. So when you are buying the handwritten one and the Gemini printed version together. And then the soft copy of the two use email it here. Okay. So we'll put this assignment on the platform for you. Okay. Somebody said, but Prof, why are you giving us only just 1 week? The other students had only 3 days to do it. So I'm giving you 1 week because this one is not anything much. You write with your hand what you want to do. Examination question will just be like this. You write your title, your purpose, your questions, and your objectives. But then you are supposed to develop use Canvas, the Gemini Canvas to develop a questionnaire for quantitative. And so it will be advisable to have your maybe 2 sets of objectives, 2 questions and objectives which are for quantitative, and questions which are objectives which are qualitative. It may be 2 different studies. Or to make it easy for you, please, I don't want to give you too much. Is that I make it, or they either choose a questionnaire or interview guide. They should do one of it, not both. Because they
Yes,
are
Prof.
weekend students, they may not have much time, so they should do one of it. Is that okay? Diana,
Yes.
is that okay?
Yes, sir.
You
Thank
want to do
you.
both. So all of you
No,
choose
please.
what you like. If you are a quantitative person, choose quantitative. If you are qualitative, choose qualitative. So Zelda, let add that one that they should work. The questions and objectives should be based on your preference, whether you're quantitative or qualitative. Yeah.
Okay, Prof.
But we're all using one framework, MOA. So MOA can be used quantitatively. I believe so. I believe so. So let's, of course, Kingsley use it quantitatively.
The first paper was very quantitative.
Okay. Your first paper was quantitative. Me.
No, the first paper the seminar paper was quantitative.
The first paper that generated, can you share it with them? So you can, and then maybe some quantitative and qualitative papers in MOA, so they can see the type of questions that come from there. That's very good. That's very good. Okay then. Thank you, class. I have finished. How do you say it in Ghana? Migbena. Or what?
Yes, sir.
Migbena, yes. I see a hand up, 2 hands up. Emanuela, I come to correct my guy.
No, sir. Thank you so
Hey,
much.
Emanuela, do you speak Ghana?
I try, please.
Okay, so how
I'm
do you
not Ghana.
You're not Ghana. Your teacher is not Ghana.
No, please.
Oh, so it's what?
Ewe, I'm Ewe.
Okay. How do you say it in Ewe? I finished.
Mewovo.
Mewovo. Okay. Those
Yes, please.
people, Mewovo. Okay. Thank you. Emanuela, please go ahead.
Yes, please, I just needed clarity on the submission mode. You asked us to submit a hard copy to write. I wanted to get that. And then you said we're meeting next week, Friday, as an in-person. I wanted to
No.
just
I didn't say that too. I'm saying that you come to school next week. Sorry. Your in-person is when? Next 3 weeks or?
yeah, it's like the last weekend in October, so I just wanted to confirm that.
Okay, so it's not yet now. Okay.
Yeah.
Then just submit the electronic copy. It's okay. I thought you'd be coming next.
Alright. Yes, please.
It's
Okay, thank you very much.
Thanks for clarifying that. I'm mistaken with you there. First years.
So, okay.
You are second years. I know you are second years. You have passed management science and co.
Yes, please. Thank you.
Okay. Good. Sandra Safu.
Yeah, so Prof, just a bit of clarity. The topic that each the topic we are going to choose to
your choice.
Your
own choice.
Okay, so that same topic we use the Gemini to develop a questionnaire or interview.
Good.
Right.
What are we doing? We are learning how to start from title to questionnaire. That's what we are learning.
Okay. On the basis of the handwritten side, do you have a limitation on the number of sheets to write? Let's say maximum. Maybe it shouldn't be more than 3. It shouldn't be a particular limit.
1 page.
1 page. Okay.
Sorry, sir. 1 page to cover all 4, or just for title, and then 1 page for purpose, 1 page for research questions and objectives? Since it's written.
1 page will cover everything. It's just brief. It's not a detailed.
It's not extensive, yes, sir.
It's
Understood.
just brief. Actually, we do it in classroom, but because today we did something else in classroom with the hand. This will be your handwork in class. Then you actually then go and do it at home. But that's what we did in the weekday. But this time I'm trying to say that the handwork you did in class was developing a framework that we did earlier. You understand?
Yes, sir.
That's what you have done next week. So I told Redeemer that I've actually tried to combine 2 lectures in two sessions in one. So I've done 2 weeks of lectures right today. You also you can realize it. Prof, I've taken that spiral.
Yeah.
But at least now you have an idea of what your long essay will look like.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, have an idea, or your research proposal will look like. What we need to now show you is how to write your individual chapters and expand on these things. But we are starting. I want to teach you in a layered approach. Get the first layer, then add your add to the foundation your sand, fill it, cover it, and then you start putting your building blocks. Like you put your pillars, then you start closing the pillars with the. Those have done before. You understand what I'm trying to say? You put in the wall and the stones, start going up, then you add the roof and that kind of stuff. That's what we are trying to do. So we are getting the basics, and this part demystifies the work, because most students, the major thing they have is that how do I leap from a question and go to, or objectives, go to question, and then go to a research framework, and then go to this. Even this one, I didn't tell you to, this assignment, I didn't tell you to draw your research framework, but I think to develop a good question, you have to draw a research framework. So please, maybe you should draw, you can draw it with your hand or draw it with. So those of you are writing with your hand, you can write this one with your hand, and then maybe add your research framework in the drawing, which is a computer-based drawing. And this. So Zelda will show you. Remember that what I use as a template, and Zelda maybe may need to modify this one. What I use as a template was this particular one. I think that's what I use, and I give it to ChatGPT to help me. This one, yes. This particular one here. Or this one. The title is here. That's what it's about. Purpose, core theory, theoretical stance, objectives, questions. Then to give me some guide. Then I developed a framework here based on the questions I want to use. Then I went on to develop the questionnaire. So Zelda, I'll share this with you, so you can use it as a template to guide them. Yeah.
Yes,
We can write this in your hands. So if your handwriting work goes 2 pages, I don't have a problem, just because of the extra things you may want to write. Yeah, I see. It seems that Conrad and Co and Salem and Co, you want to take this in the World Cup. I'm happy. You get A in my class. Thank you very much. Okay. Please, any other question? Could I ask Gemini for latest article to cite? Okay, so yes and no. Gemini is also limited. So I advise you to use Google Scholar. If you want the latest article in MOA, use Google Scholar. Then you can sort it by what's the name? We can sort it by year. Use Google. So let's say Scholar. Let's go to Scholar. And then you can then go here and just type MOA theory. So you see, it has done it already since 2025. It has done brought it for you, quite a number of them. But I can add and maybe mobile banking. In case I'm doing mobile banking. Good. Now this is what I have. Somebody has done something in Ghana, crap, we use the MOA theory. Hey. So that's how it is. Okay. Okay, please, I have finished. I'll share the rest of the things online. Is there any question? I see another question up. Please ask your question.
Yeah, Prof, I wanted to find out if you upload the videos to your YouTube channel or there's another
Yes.
way you share it with us.
Yeah, I'll upload to YouTube channel and then I'll put a link in the group. In fact, the other one, the first one is ready. It has converted, so I'll upload after. Then I'll do this one too. I know people need it for the assignment. Okay. But when I upload, I'll write weekend by it so that you can see that this is the weekend students own. Otherwise, you confuse yourself with the regular one. We went further in the weekend one than the regular because we did 2 sessions. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Who asked the question for this one? Please, who asked the YouTube question?
Sir, myself, Gottfried.
Godfrey. Godfrey. Thank you very much. Godfrey.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. The base is inside part, Charlie. Don't use it. But Godfrey, thank you very, very good questions. I'm very happy of the interaction, even though it's just about 10% of the class that are interacting with me. I'm so happy about that. Sometimes 10% is less than 5%. It's more than 5%, so it's better. Thank you very much. Okay, so we can bow down. Those of you in group one, I was talking with your group lead. What's his name? I think Harold. Harold, are we able to decide?
Yeah. I'm here.
Are we able to decide?
There's a feedback. Some hardly can be. Okay.
Yeah, Harold.
Prof, yes, sir.
Are we able to decide on the timing, the one I asked you?
Yes, we'll decide and we'll share with you.
Okay, then. Thank you very much.
Welcome, Prof.